And we are back. Okay, I'm back. I'm the only one who's back. I don't know what happened with my phone. It just got disconnected. Sorry about that. I think it's the network. I really think it's the network. It just went blurred on me. And yeah. So anyway, I'm going to start from the beginning. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Sesotho from Parksandread. And as you can see, tonight our background is different. We have our banner. And we have Botsnyana, and then you have me wearing my Parksandread shirt. So yes, the banner was, I hope you can see. If you can't see, I'm going to read out what the banner is saying. So the banner is saying that we are forming book clubs for kids. So every time I'm out there on a Saturday from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, what I try to do is promote reading in townships by forming book clubs among the kids that I find in the park. So yeah, what we also do, we promote reading. As you have noticed that we read not only one book but two books, and also not only one language. We try to integrate all other languages. As you know, South Africa has 11 official languages, so we try to incorporate all those languages. And then the last one is grow storytelling. One of the things that I intend to do is tell you guys stories. So if on other days I don't have a book that I feel like it's suitable, I'll just come up and tell you my stories. So yeah, we need to just go back to the olden days, man, and sharing stories that has messages that grow our kids, that teach them values and morals and all of those things like our parents did. So for today, I will be reading 20 books. One, it is Hana Nana. It's a Sesotho book written by Morabani Nchabeleng. And then we have book number 2, Winnie the Pooh. So this is our obviously English book, and that's our Sesotho book. So yeah, oh my god, I forgot to greet my YouTubers because I'm gonna post this on YouTube. So hello YouTubers. You're not live, but I'm sure you will view it. So yeah, thank you for joining. Without wasting any more time, let's start with Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, it's Walt Disney presents Winnie the Pooh Meets Gopher, based on a story by A.A. Milne. Alright, a little golden book. So this is part of the golden book. I think we've read some few golden books already. So yeah, let this fun times begin. Winnie the Pooh lived in forest under the name Sanders, which means he had the name Sanders over the door and he lived under it. This is where Winnie the Pooh lived. And okay. One day, when Pooh was sitting resting, his clock chimed. Now, what does that mean? Wondered Pooh. He knew it meant something, but being a bear of little brain, he had to think and think. Oh yes, that was it. It was time for his stoutness exercise. Up, down, when Pooh humming a little hum. There. So he's exercising, his stoutness exercise. Doing his stoutness exercise always made Pooh feel hungry. Oh bother, the honey pot was empty. Again, there was nothing in it. He would have to go out and find some honey. So after exercise, he wanted to eat, and here's the pot with nothing inside. And so Pooh went out walking, and he came to a sandy bank with a hole in it. It was Rabbit's hole, and Rabbit might say, "What a bit of lunch!" So here's the hole that Rabbit lives in. "Is anybody home?" called Pooh. "No," said a voice. "Bother," said Pooh. "Isn't it that you, Rabbit?" "No," said the voice. Pooh stuck his head in the hole. Oh, hello, Pooh, said Rabbit. What a pleasant surprise. What about a bit of lunch? I do feel like a little bit of something now that I come to think of it, said Pooh, and he settled down in a little small helping of honey and condensed milk without bread. For a long time, Pooh ate and ate and ate and ate. Then, in a rather sticky voice, he said goodbye to Rabbit and started to climb up the hole. So here we see Pooh was eating. And Rabbit was just filling him with honey with condensed milk. Oh, help! Oh, bother, I'm stuck, said Pooh. It all comes with too much eating, said Rabbit. And he started pushing and pushing, but it was with no help. It all comes from not having front doors big enough, said Pooh. I shall go and fetch Christopher Robin. Rabbit dashed out of the back door. Don't go away. So here you see Pooh is stuck. And then, I say you are stuck, said Owl, who had landed nearby. No, I'm resting and thinking, said Pooh. Owl looked at him closely. You, sir, are stuck, he said. This situation obviously calls for an aspect. Here I am, said Samuel J. Goffer, an excavation expert at your service. So there he is. There is Pooh talking to the owl and the excavation guy, the Goffer. Goffer strutted around Pooh, poking and prodding. Hard. Digging, danger of a cave in. Need planks for brazing, big job. 2 or 3 days. 2 or 3 days, said Pooh. What about lunches? No problem, said Goffer. Always bring my own lunch. Run into honey, streaky cash, think it over, let me know. And here's my card. And he disappeared as suddenly as he came in. So there's the Goffer. Cheer up, Pooh Bear. We are coming, called a voice. Christopher Robin, Kangaroo, Piglet, and Rabbit appeared over the hill. They started pulling and pulling. There.
Can you see it?
There's only one thing to do, said Christopher Robin at last. We'll have to wait up until you thin. Imagine. Might take weeks. Imagine. Or even months, said everyone sadly. And no meals, said Christopher Robin. And so there was Winnie the Pooh, half in and half out of Rabbit's home. Night fell, rain fell, and when Pooh got wet, Rabbit and the others had to wring him out dry. They sang him sustaining songs and tried to cheer him up, and Pooh tried to not think of eating. So here, they're wringing him out, you see? Because he was getting very wet because of the rain. Then they all went home and Pooh was left alone. I still think I could blast you out of there, said Gopher, appearing suddenly. You are that stuck-up bear, aren't you? He said. Said Pooh, absently eyeing Gopher's lunchbox. So there's Gopher, he's back. Now it's in the evening, he's back with the lunchbox and he's promising Pooh that he can take Pooh out of there. But how? We ask. What's in that box? Said Pooh, suspecting something. Let me see, said Gopher busily. There's a little gold salmon and some custard and, oh yes, some honey. Oh, honey. Breathed Pooh. Honey, gasped. So the rabbit was inside the house. So the rabbit is hearing Pooh saying honey. Honey, gasped Rabbit inside his hole. Oh no, not that. Finding his front door still full, he dashed out the back door and ran around to see Gopher politely handing the Pooh a fat jar of honey. Imagine, look at that. So the Gopher was giving Pooh honey. Stop it at once, said Rabbit, snatching away the jar. Not one drop. But Rabbit, I wasn't going to eat it, said Pooh in an offended tone of voice. Only tasting it. I will taste it, said Rabbit grandly. You are in no predicament, no tasting, no eating, till you are thin. Thoughtfully, he tasted the honey, then gave the jar back to Gopher. Very good. In fact, not bad at all. But not for you, Pooh. So this is when he tasted it. You see, he tasted it there, but did not give it to Pooh. I will taste. Okay, we are out there. Rabbit was quite busy for a long time, down in his hole. When he came up, he had a sign which he had made. The sign said, "Don't feed the bear." Let's come, Fandi. Don't feed the bear. Gopher didn't come back after that. So here's the board. Don't feed the bear. So when Gopher saw that, he never came back because his intention was to feed the bear. Pooh got thinner and thinner until at last, when they all pulled and Rabbit pushed, pump, Pooh! Out came Pooh, and off he went, flying like, oh, into the air. Christopher Robin and Piglet and the Kanga and the Roo all landed in a heap. So after bamu pusha, afofela kodimo, bawelelan, boom, 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 Moffats on top of each other. Where is he? Said Rabbit, looking out from his front door at last. Stuck again, said everyone. Don't worry. So here you see the Pooh is not there anyone, but everyone is just wondering, where is he? Where is this person? Don't worry, silly old bear, said Christopher Robin in a loving voice. We will get you out. So here is Christopher looking at Pooh and telling Pooh that don't worry, we got you, we're gonna get you out. There's no hurry, mumbled Pooh Bear. This is the kind of tree, the right kind of bee that I'm happy to have landed. What a happy ending. So Pooh, after being pulled out of that hole, he landed on a tree with bees. And do you know what that means? It means honey. And Pooh loves honey so bona. Even if they don't remove him from that tree, they don't get him out of that tree, he'll be happy to live there, get fat from eating honey, because that's what he lives for the honey. So what do we learn here? Don't eat a lot. Because you'll get fat. Imagine during these times of COVID-19, the corona, and you eating a lot. The next thing, we can't even come out our doors. Who's going to push us? So we're going to have to wait for weeks and months to get thin. and then get friends who are going to push us out, and then we're going to fly and land somewhere. So yeah, take it from Pooh. Do not eat a lot. So moving swiftly along, we are going to get into our Sesotho book. Sesotho. I think this is our first time reading Sesotho book. So here we go.
It's our second time.
Okay. Ha Nanana. It's written by Morabeni Mchabileng. Nana. Konke di pompong kitsena. Che, hai ba itse ke sanka dintho bathong. Now what one taba? Now one tseba. Che, ke wena mang? Ke nna malume. Che, nna ha ke o tsebe. Hape ke a tshaba. Tlo o nke ditlonkwana ke tsena. Ka nnete nnete go tlompha atamela mona o dinke ha o no nketsa ho hang che atamela fela mona koloing ke ofe che nna ke a hana ha nna ke a hana ha awa a ke o tsebe nka se palame koloi ya hao Vroom, vroom. So I'm going to show you pictures. So the kids are playing outside. Let me just move closer. The kids are playing outside. I just want to, you see, they're playing. And then here comes this red car. And is calling them to come to them. But the girl is saying, at home, they said I mustn't take anything. I mustn't talk or take anything from anyone. So now this guy is promising them sweets and fruits and nice things, but this young girl is saying, serious, you're gonna give me? Then this man is like, come closer, I'm going to give you, you see. And then the young lady is like, okay, but I don't want to get into your car. So this here is the fruits, but now this young lady is like, no, I don't want to get into your car. But then there's also the friend also saying, hey, girl, we don't trust this malume, you know. And then when she refused to take the veggies, as you can see here, not the veggies, the fruits and sweets, she's refusing that. She will not get into the car. Then she turns her back. And because Malume usile, Malume had his own intentions, there goes Malume driving off and the kids running away. What do we learn from this book? Do not take things from strangers, especially in the streets. Do not get into cars of strangers in the street. I know right now it's COVID-19, the coronavirus, we find ourselves in our homes, but there will be a time that we go out and play. Do not take things from strangers. Do not talk to strangers. Do not get into strangers' cars. You know, you should always be with an adult when you find yourself around a known adult. So, since meeting, how will a stranger not to be alone, because their intention, obviously, from Malume, that Malume wanted to take this child. So, luckily, this child, don't take anything, don't speak to strangers, don't take anything from strangers. She was able to say no, run away, and Malume went the other way. So, and that is it for tonight. Learn to say no to strangers. No to strangers. Don't take anything from strangers. And during our times, being indoors, don't eat a lot. Or you will be fed and we will come and have to push you out of your own home. And that's it for tonight.
The end of the story.
So from my heart, Ms. Parksandread and Palisa over there. Oh, but before I leave, I would like to acknowledge Matlatsi for watching, Maria Makena for watching, Sophie for watching. I know Zoe, you are also watching, you and the kids.
Sophie?
Yeah, you and the kids and everybody who's just tuned in to watch us. Ria, I think it's you over there. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm going to save it and then you can rewatch it. Please do share. Follow our page, like our page, share, follow us on Instagram.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Yes, that's our song. So follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. Obviously, you do follow us on Facebook and on YouTube because these videos are posted on YouTube. So from my heart
to Palisa. My heart to Palisa.
Bye bye everyone.
No.